Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Techie Code Buddy. I hope you all are doing extremely well and your Accenture placement preparation is also going well. Well guys, you were requesting me to make a mock test video for technical assessment of Accenture. So in this video, we will be solving the questions from MS Office and Common Applications, Cloud and Network Security and pseudocodes, right? And this will be a mock test video and some questions are from like actual Accenture papers and some are just for showing you that this type of questions can occur as this is the mock test video. If you want actual Accenture papers and if you want actual questions from Accenture, so what you can do is let's come on to my channel and there you can see that there are dedicated playlists Accenture pseudocode. So there are 21 videos related to pseudocodes. This is the complete Accenture preparation. There are 77 videos and there are 15 videos about Accenture coding. Then MS Office and Cloud, 18 videos are there. And this playlist, this is Accenture Preparation 2.0. This is the latest playlist which I have designed for 2025 batch, right? And here you can see that here we have solved Accenture complete papers. So till now we have solved 4 complete papers and I have provided you some cheat sheets for free for preparing verbal ability, for preparing MS Office and MS Office and common applications, or we can say common applications and MS Office, cloud and network security, etc. Right. So if you see that these video are going to be very helpful for you, if you are new to this channel, then let's have a look on this channel and it is going to be helpful for you definitely. All right, so let's move on to the video now. Let's solve the questions from technical assessment. Okay, so let me share the slide with you. So this is the very first question for today. And after each question, I will provide you the written explanation, right? So that you can revise easily. All right. So the very first question is changing the appearance of a document is called proofing, editing, formatting, or all of the above. So changing the appearance of a document is called formatting. And what does formatting means? Like we are changing the layout, we are changing the structure of our page or our document. It is come under formatting. Right now, what is proofing? Proofing is checks for against the errors, any spelling error is there, any grammatical mistake is there, right? So this type of things, if we are checking, so it will come under proofing. And editing means if we are deleting some content or if we are adding some content, right, or text or pictures, and so it comes under the category of editing. And formatting is just to change or just to format the structure or the layout of our page. Right, so formatting will be the correct answer for this particular question. I will provide you the written explanation as well. All right, so let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, what is the smallest width of a column in Word, right? So it is 0.5. 0.5 is the smallest width of the column. Now, with this, you have to see for the largest width of the column as well, right? So that you can prepare 2 questions with the help of 1 question only. So let's have a look on the written explanation that this is all about formatting, as I have explained, like adjusting the layout and style of text and elements in a document to enhance the visual appeal and readability. Proofing is what? Checking for and correcting spelling errors, grammar error, or any punctuation errors there. Editing is revising the content for clarity, coherence, and overall effectiveness, including structural and stylistic improvement. So this is all about the written explanation. All right. So let's move on to the next question. The next question is where you can find the draw table tool button. In formatting toolbar or in drawing toolbar or in standard toolbar or in tables and formatting toolbar. So we can find the draw table tool button in tables and formatting toolbar. And what are the steps we need to take? So draw table tool button is found in tables and formatting toolbar in Word 2003 and earlier versions. But now later on it is found in under the insert tab you will find table, and under that you will find draw table after 2007 and higher versions. You will have to follow these steps to draw a table in your document, right? So let's move on to the next question. Which of these toolbars allows changing of fonts and their sizes? Standard, formatting, print preview, or none of these? So to change in fonts and their sizes, formatting will be allowed, right? So formatting will be the correct answer for this particular question. I hope it is clear to you. So here you can see the written explanation that in 2003 Word and earlier versions, formatting toolbar tools, changing of fonts and their sizes. And in Word 2007 and higher versions, you have to click on Home tab. Then under Font, you can allow the changes in font size and so. All right, so let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, which tab is not available on left panel when you open a presentation? So whenever you open a presentation, what is not available on the left panel? Outline, slides, notes, or all of the above are available. So the answer will be all of the above. Just a minute. All of the above are available because outline will be there. Now let me show you this practically. See. Uh, we have opened our presentation file, and what we have is this is you can see now this thing. Sorry. So this is all about, on the left side you can see this is outline, and under this we can see the slides are there, and we can see the notes. Notes means what is the content in the particular slide. It is called as notes. So all the things are available on the left panel. So all will be the correct answer from the uh, of this particular question. So let me move on to the question now. Yes, this was the question. All right. Let's move on to the next question. To start Microsoft PowerPoint application, what you need to do is click on Start and then Programs, then All Programs and then Microsoft PowerPoint. Yes, we can do so. Hit Control plus R. Control plus R means run command, right? Then type ppoint.exe and enter. Yes, this is the way to start PowerPoint application again. Now click start and then run, then type the PowerPoint, then press enter. Yes, all these ways are absolutely correct to start the PowerPoint application, right? So let's move on to the written explanation. This is the explanation about that left panel one question, right? So this is the explanation, right? When you open a presentation in PowerPoint, typically all of the following tabs are available on the left panel. So what they are: slides are available, outlines are available, and notes are available. I have already explained what they are. You can have a look on these, right? Let's move on to the next question. Sorry, the next explanation about how these all options are correct for opening Microsoft PowerPoint. So option number A, click on Start, then Programs, then All Programs, and then Microsoft Point. So this is the complete procedure you can have. And the next option is all about this. And the option number C, option number D, you can take a look on this. I'm moving forward. Let's move on to the next question. All right. So the next question is, which of the following section does not exist in a slide layout? Titles, list, chart, or animation. Whenever you have a slide layout, you will be having the title, you will be having the list, you will be having the charts, but you will not have animation because it comes under in a separate category. You can add the animations in slide, but under slide layout, you will not have. Right. So animation will be the correct answer for this particular question. Let's move on to the next question. PowerPoint presentations are widely used as note outliers for teachers, project presentation by students, communication of planning, and all of the above. So nowadays, all the teachers are using in our colleges, and students are using this for project presentation and communication of planning in companies. Usually presentations are the way of communication or way of telling the project planning. So all of the above will be the correct answer for this particular question. Now, before moving on to the next questions, I want to show you something that recently I have launched Accenture Cracker Pack. Right. In that Accenture Cracker Pack, what you have is you will have the questions from 2020 till 2025 best, right? So all the updated question papers are also available there. Now let me show you what is the content here. In this particular folder, you will have the content from 2020, 2021 and 2022. So let's have a look. So under these folders, you will be having the papers, you will be having the actual screenshots, right? You can have a look like this one. This is the pseudo course, right? So if you see the next, I'm not able to click here. So let's move here again. So there are so many questions you can see that from Accenture only, again pseudo course. And if you see next, So all these questions are from Accenture only, right? So this is from 2020 and 2021. Now let's come on to the next, that is for 2020 papers. So in these PDFs, you will be having the 2020 papers. In 2021, you will be having some screenshots and some papers. Right now, if you come on Accenture 2023, so these are the actual screenshots. You can have a look on Accenture 2023 papers. Now for Accenture batch 2024, that means the previous year papers. Right. So under this folder, you will be having multiple folders again, like 2nd May question, 3rd May question, 4th May question, 5 July question, 12th July, 2nd May, 25th June, and others as well. Right. So like if we open this folder, so there are some questions, and if you open this folder again, like 25th June. So there are multiple questions you can see, right? And similarly in others folders as well. And these are the 2024 coding questions, right? So this is the complete PDF 2024 coding questions. So like this much of long PDF it is, right? And the next is, if I show you, that's 2025 papers, right? So till now, I have included the 16th August paper, and after that, one paper. And time to time, I used to keep it update, right? So if you see in bonus PDF, so you will be having some more papers from for abstract reasoning, for critical reasoning, you can see, and for MS Office and Cloud, you can see there are multiple PDFs of question papers only. Verbal ability, there are multiple PDFs, right? Now, if you see on the cheat sheet, so cheat sheet, there are multiple videos on my channel, and I have provided you the words cheat sheets, right? If you see common applications and MS Office cheat sheet, so I have clearly explained what is comes under Microsoft Office Suite. There are 10 to 15 applications under this. Then I have once the content about MS Word, and then all the shortcut keys, important ribbon tabs, and so this cheat sheet will be ultimate cheat sheet. Apart from this, you will not need to go anywhere for the learning, right? And you guys were requesting me to make a vocabulary list of important words, right? So there are 300 plus important words that are asked in placements exam. I have bunched up all these for you. And if you see, one word cheat sheet is there, right? So there are multiple one words types. You can watch my videos and you will be having the idea, right, about these cheat sheets. Now the next is, if you see that cloud and network MS Office, so there are several PDFs in this, and there are several screenshots of the questions. And in coding, you will be having several questions, and under this you will be having the last year questions. And there is one more folder about coding, right? So there is one more folder about coding. So in that particular cheat sheet, what I shared for coding cheat sheet, right? On 10K subscribers, I provide this as a free giveaway. So in this cheat sheet of coding, there are 60 plus questions of Accenture only, right? So this is going to be very helpful for you. And if you see in this, like if you come here, complete papers, so these are the complete papers of 2021, and this is for 2024 batch, again 2024 batch, and under this folder 2025 batch papers are there. And if you see, have a look on this, like this is the complete paper, right? This is the complete paper, if you see, of the Accenture. And one more I can show you, 2024, right? So this is the complete paper. I have the complete paper, you can see here on my screen. And the next is, if I show you that pseudocodes, there are multiple questions from pseudocodes. There are again folders in that, in those folders as well, you will be having multiple questions. On my channel as well, you will be having multiple questions, and this content in the Accenture Cracker Pack and on my channel, both are different. So you don't need to worry about it, that whether I'm uh, showing you the same thing or not. No, all are different, right? On my channel, the content is different, and in this particular Cracker Pack, the content is different. And if you see in reasoning as well, there are questions, and these are the free resources which I have provided for you. Right, so this is all here, and verbal ability as well. There are some PDF, there are some questions from, and the price of this Cracker Pack is just 100 rupees. I have shown you that what is there. Like in just 100 rupees, nobody will give you this much of content. 5 years papers you will be having, and time to time I used to update it. Apart from that, I'm going to show you something that we have now. People have started to show their progress, and like, see, you can see, hello ma'am, I'm Arun Vidya. I have cleared my Accenture communication round, and so, right, from my channel. And the next, if I see, thank you, ma'am, for your YouTube videos, which helped me unlock cracking Accenture exam. So people are showing their results, right? If you see the next, so you can see that he has been cleared, ma'am cleared it. Sare questions nikal gaye coding ke, right? The next is, if you see that this is a particular comment on my channel, and there are some more, and this progress is of 2025 batch only, right? For 2024, I have shown last year. So here you can see that people are showing the results. Ma'am, you just want to say you are doing fabulous and so and so. And here you can see that ma'am today completed my cognitive and coding assessment in ma'am MS network application pseudocodes. Questions are really helpful. And like you can see that, and the coding sheet that I have shown you just now, it really helps me to build the logic within a 1 minute, because the questions are getting repeated, right? So you can see that, yes. And if you see this, so there are several feedbacks, so you don't need to worry about that, whether this is worth it to purchase or not. Yes, it is going to be worth it, but I'm not forcing you. If you want all the previous year paper of five years, you can message me on Telegram. The link is given in the description box only, right? If you want, you can message me on Telegram or Instagram, anywhere, if you want to enroll in this Accenture Cracker Pack. The price is just 100 rupees, and I guarantee that nobody will give you all this much of content in just 100 rupees, along with these worth it videos, right, on my channel. All right. So let's move on to the questions now again. Okay. So, all right. So this is the explanation for the previous question, right? You can see for this question, I have written down an explanation that what are titles, what are lists, what are charts, or what are animations. You can have a look on these. Let's move on to the next question. So you can set page border in MS Excel from border tab in format cell dialog box, or from border tool in formatting toolbar, or from line style tool in drawing toolbar, or you can not set page border in Excel. So the answer will be you cannot set page border in Excel, right? So the next question is, which of the following is not true regarding conditional formatting? You can apply a font, border, and pattern format that meets the specified conditions. Yes, it is. So, see, option number B will be the correct answer, that you can set condition to look for bold and apply italics on them. This is not true. We cannot set the condition for checking whether the particular font or particular text is bold or italic. For this, we cannot set conditional formatting. So, it will be the correct answer for this particular question. Right, so let's move on to the next question. The next question is, in MS Excel, the fill color button on the formatting toolbar is used for what? So it is useful for adding the shade or color to a cell range, right? We can say like background color, for setting the background color of a particular cell. Cell is what? Suppose these are the some columns, these are the rows, right? In MS Excel. So this particular area, I'm doing some drawing in it. So it is called cell. So to fill this, what we will use. So in fill color button, we can add shading or color to a cell range. All right, let's move on to the next question. Which of the following extension we can save MS Paint file? png.bmp.jpg, all of these. So Paint supports all of these extensions in this PNG, BMP, and JPG. All are correct. Let's move on to the next question. Which tool is used for zoom a part of drawing in MS Paint? Magnifier, select, text, or view. So for zooming a part of drawing is done by magnifier. Magnifier is nothing but like there is a tool of like this. My drawing is not good. Let me be honest with you. Like this type of tool is there, and it is called magnifier. It is used for zooming a particular drawing. These are the explanations about, these are the extension that supports by MS Paint: bitmap images file, BMP, JPEG, GIF, PNG, or single page TIFF files, right? And this explanation is all about this wala tool, magnifier tool, right? The magnifier tool in MS Paint is a zoom tool that allow users to magnify or zoom in and out of a specific area of drawing, etc. Let's move on to the next question. Now the questions will be from network security and cloud. All right. So just a minute. The question is, what is the term for encrypting data to prevent unauthorized access? Authentication, authorization, encryption, or multi-factor authentication. So for encrypting data, we use encryption, right? For encrypting data, we use encryption. Encryption will be the correct answer for this particular question. And I will give you the definition of authentication, authorization, encryption, and multi-factor authentication. Let's move on to the next question. What are some of the challenges in cloud security? So lack of data backups and disaster recovery plans, insufficient encryption of data, excessive cloud cost, lack of scalability in cloud solution. So cloud security provides all of these, but not this. Insufficient encryption of data is there in cloud security, right? So this is the challenge only in cloud security, that there is the insufficient encryption of data. So let's have a look on the definition of authorization, encryption, authentication, and multi-factor authentication. So what does authorization mean? The process of granting or denying access to resources based on user permissions. Encryption is this method of converting data into a secure format to prevent unauthorized access. Authentication means to process of verifying and identify of a user or system before granting access, and multi-factor authentication, you can have a look here. All right, let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, which cloud service model provides virtualized computing resources over the internet? Infrastructure as a service, IaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, software as a service, SaaS, or function as a service, FaaS. So the answer will be infrastructure as a service, IaaS, that it provides virtualized computing resources. So let me show you the explanation of these. So IaaS provides virtualized computing resources over the internet. Example of this is Amazon Web Service, AWS, and there is one more, Google Compute Device, I guess, the name of that particular cloud service. The next is PaaS, Platform as a Service, delivers a platform allowing customers to develop, run, and manage applications without managing infrastructure. Example, Google App Engine. The next is SaaS, Software as a Service. So offers software applications over the internet, typically on a subscription basis, like Microsoft Office 365 is the example of this. And you can see the example of FaaS as well. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, which encryption technique is commonly used to protect data in transit between a user and a cloud service? AES, Advanced Encryption Standard, DES, Data Encryption Standard, RSA, Rivest, Shamir, Edelman, or MD5, Message Digest Algorithm. So the answer for this particular question is AES, Advanced Encryption Standard. I will tell you the definition of this as well. Let's move on to the third question. What is the term for security attack where an attacker intercepts and alters communication between two parties in a cloud network? So suppose there are two parties. This is Alice and this is Bob, and there is someone, uh, and this someone is not known by Alice and even Bob, right? So what he will do, if Alice is sending a message to Bob, so he will steal this message and he will alter the message or will modify the message and then forward the message to Bob. And if suppose Alice write, "Hi, I have done this work," and this person modifies the content like this, "Hi, I haven't done the work yet. You have to do it." Like, also, I'm just taking a rough example. So the information will be get modified, and this type of attack will call as man in the middle attack, right? So option number B will be the correct answer for this particular question. And in every exam, in every slot, there will be one or two questions from these attack type, right? There are some kind of attack, active attack and passive attack in cryptography, or we can say network security. You have to go through with all. And from where you can learn for this? From the cheat sheet only. I have provided the cheat sheet, so you can have access for that. And these cheat sheets are free. Okay. These cheat sheets are free. You don't need to worry about any single rupee. So you can have a look from the cheat sheet. Let's move on to the Explanation. This is the explanation about Advanced Encryption Standard, DES, RSA, MDF. You can have a look on the screen. All right, let's move on to the next question. These are the attacks we have discussed in this particular question now. These DDoS attack, man in the middle attacks, SQL injection, and cross-site scripting. So this is the description of all these attacks. I am just reading this explanation. Man in the middle attack, an attack where the attacker intercepts and potentially alters communication between two parties without their knowledge, as I have explained about. Let's move on to the next question. What is the primary purpose of virtual private network in cloud security? Simply isolation, to provide the isolated network or isolation environment. So network isolation will be the correct answer for this particular question. The next is, what is the term for a security attack where an attacker tries to exploit vulnerabilities in a cloud service by injecting malicious SQL code? So this type of attack is called SQL injection. You can see here I have discussed about SQL injection as well in the previous slide, right? Let's move on to the next question. So the next question, these are the options of this particular question. Data storage, network isolation, server management, cloud resource optimization. So what are these? You can have a look on these from here. All right, let's move on to the next. So what is the term for a security measure that involves creating backups of data to prevent data loss in the event of a security incident or system failure? So suppose there is some kind of attack or maybe system is failed. So you have to go for backup data, right? So what you can do is data redundancy is the best way. Data redundancy means we have the duplicate data, right? We have the duplicate data. So if we have our copy of data, then only we can face with the system failure, right? So data redundancy will be the best scenario at that time. Okay. Which one of the following is not a network topology? So there are, I guess, 5 to 6 topologies like star topology, ring topology, bus topology, hybrid topology, tree topology, mesh topology, and maybe one or two are there. And this is peer-to-peer. So peer-to-peer is kind of network architecture, but not a topology. So peer-to-peer will be the correct answer for this particular question. Right. So this is the explanation about data mirroring, data encryption, data redundancy, and data segmentation. And these are the network topology types. So as I have told you that there is one bus topology, ring topology, star topology, tree topology, mesh topology, hybrid topology, and there is one point to point. Right. This topology is not generally we use. We use bus, ring, star, mesh, tree, hybrid, etc. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. The length of an IP version 6 address is 128 bits. The length of IP version 6 address is 128 bits. Right. Let's move on to the next. Which of the following are type of interface in an ATM network? So V and C, user to user network, and just a minute, user to user network and network to network are the correct example for this particular question. Let's move on to the explanation part. So you can see that an ATM, asynchronous transfer mode network, typically has the following types of interfaces: user to network interface and network to network interface. So what user to user network interface does? This interface connects end users to the ATM network. It is essential for the user to access the network services. The next is, this interface connects different ATM switches within the network. It is used for interconnecting different parts and so you can have a look on the additional information. All right, so let's move on to the next question. So how many versions of available of IP? So IP is available in two versions, IP version 4 and IP version 6. So two versions are there. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so now we will be solving some pseudocodes because this is again a part of technical assessment. All right, so let's solve the pseudocode. So we have a function and the value of a is 9 and the value of b is 7. So a will come here and 7 will come here as b. Now there is one more integer, we have c, and c value is 2. All right. Now from here we have to modify the value of b by b mod c. So mod is nothing but the remainder operator or the modulus operator. So it will return the remainder when we divide a particular number with the particular number, right? So here what we are doing is b mod c. So what is the value of b? 7 modulus c. C was 2. So let's divide 7 by 2. So 2 3 are 6, 1 will be the remainder. So the remainder will be returned. So B value is now 1. A value will be A modulus 7. So A was 9 modulus C. C was 2. So when we divide 9 by 2, so 2 4 are 8. So 8 will be the result and 4 will be the quotient and 1 will be the remainder. So 1 will be the remainder right here. Return A plus B. So A is 1, B is also 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2 and 2 will be returned here. Answer will be the option number 1. All right, let's move on to the next question. We have three integers ABC. A value is 8. So I'm writing here ABC. So A value is 8 initially, B value is 6 and C value is 4. Then we have to check for a condition if A is greater than B. So 8 is greater than 6. Yes, it is. So the condition is true. Control will come here. So A assigned B. So what is the value of B? C. Sorry, 6. 6 will be assigned to A here. So now A value will be updated to 6 and we will not go into the else part because we have done with if. So we will come out of the if part. Now again we have one more if condition and it will check for C is greater than B. So C value is 4 is greater than 6. No, it's not true. So we will come here in the else part directly and B value will hold the value of C. So C is 4. So now B value will change to 4. Here is the end of if and at last we need to print A plus B plus C. So 6 plus 4 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So 14 will be the correct answer for this particular question. I hope it makes sense. Let's move on to the next question. Again, we have three integers. I'm writing here A, B, C. So what are the value? 1, 1 and 7. And A assigned A plus B. So A was 1, B was also 1. So A will be 2. Now A will be 2. If A plus B. So if A plus B. So A was 2 plus B is 1. So it will become 3. Right? So if 3. So 3 is a non-zero value and every non-zero value is considered as true. So if it is true, so we will come here in the if part only and we will check for the condition again if B plus. So B was 1 as B was never been updated and C XOR A. This is not the power operator. This is XOR, bitwise XOR, right? So C value was 7, XOR A. So A value was 2 only, right? Because here the value was changed but not assigned. So A value was 2 only. As this here we have parenthesis, so parenthesis will be first solved. So 7 XOR 2. So as this is a bitwise operator, so we need to change in binary. So how we can do so? 8 4 2 1. This is the shortcut trick to change any integer number or decimal number into binary. So we need to change for 7. So 4 plus 2 will become 6 plus 1 is 7. So this is the code for 7. And for 2 only 1 will be enough, right? Rest will be 0 0 and it will be 0 0. Let's take XOR. So XOR truth table is, suppose we have to take the XOR of A and B, right? And this will be the resultant. So if A value is 0 and B value is 1, so the answer will be 1. If A value is 1, B value is 0, answer will be 1. If A value is 1, B value also 1, answer will be 0. And if A value is also 0, B value is also 0, so the resultant will be 0. What is the conclusion? That if we have both operand different, so the answer will be 1. Right here you can see. And if we have same operand, right, so the answer will be 0. If we have same, so the answer will be 0. Same thing will apply here. 1 and 0 both are different, so it will become 1. 1 and 1 both are same, it will become 0. 1 and 0 both are different, it will become 1. 0 0 both are same, it will become 0. So 101 is the code for 5, so it will be 5. So if 1 plus 5, that means 6. So if 6, again a non-zero value, that means true. So we will come here, we will update the value of A to 2. So A was updated to 2 again, B assign A. So now B value will be also 2 because B will be holding the value of A and A is 2. So B value will also 2 and if, alright. So A was 2, B was also 2 and C was never been updated. So it was 7 only. So 7 plus 4 will become 11 and 11 option number B will be the correct answer for this particular question. I hope it is clear. So the next question is for A value equals to 30, B value equals to 6 and C value equals to 90. We have to solve this question. Alright. So what we will do, integer ABC. So and some read ABC, that means these value will be scanned from here. Then sum assign A plus B plus C. So 30 plus 60 plus 90. That means the sum will be 60 plus 30 will be 90, 90 will be 80. So 180 will be the sum. Right. Now let's check for the condition if sum equals 180. So 180 equals to 180. And right, we need to check for all the conditions. A not equals to 0. So A is 30 is not equals to 0. And B not equals to 0. So B is 60 is not equals to 0. And C not equals to 0. So all the conditions are true only because sum is 180 and 30 is not equals to 0, 60 is not equals to 0, and 90 is not equals to 0. All these conditions are true, so the whole condition of if will be true, and we need to print success. So success will be printed overall, right? So let's move on to the next question. Next question is for value a equals to 1 and b value equals to 2. We have a function. So what we will do is 1 will come here and 2 will come here. If a is less than 1, so a value is 1 is less than 3, logical and b is less than 4. So 2 is less than 4. So 1 is less than 3. Yes, it is. So it will give us true. And 2 is less than 4. Yes, it will give us true. And true will become true only. Right? This is the rule of AND. Suppose we need to take the AND of A and B. And this is the resultant. So if A is true or 1 we can say. And B is also true. So the answer will be true. And if A is true but B is false. So the answer will be false or 0. Or if A is false and B is true, so the answer will be false only. And if both are false, so the answer will be false or 0. Right. So what is the conclusion? For both of the values 1 and 1, or we can say true and true, so the answer will be true. So here true and true will be true only. So if both are true, so we need to return this thing. So we are doing nothing, but we are calling the same function for the changed parameter, right? This question is based on recursion. Now the changed parameter will be a plus 1. That means 1 plus 1 will be 2. I'm directly writing. B plus 1. That means 2 plus 1 will be 3. So this thing will be returned. But as we can see that this is again a recursive function call. So the same function will be called for a value equals to 2 and b value equals to 3. The control will come here and again check for the condition if a is less than 3. So here I'm checking 2 is less than 3 and right b is less than 4. So 3 is less than 4. Once again both of the conditions are true. We can see here directly. So again it will return a plus 1 or b plus 1. So for the same thing 2 plus 1 is 3 comma 3 plus 1 is 4. So now this function will be called for same but for changed parameter, right? So here again when control will come, so a is less than 3, so 3 is less than 3 and 4 is less than 4. So this time the condition is going to be false, and if it is false, so we will come here in the else part, and then else we need to directly return a plus b. So this function call will return a plus b, that means 3 plus 4 will be 7. So this 7 will be returned to here, right? And this 7 will be returned to the previous call. So 7 will be the correct answer for this particular question. I hope it is clear to you. Let's move on to the next question. So this is the last question for today. So what will be the output of the following pseudocode for a equals to 2, b equals to 6? Same thing will happen. A value will be 2 come here and C as 6. Now, if A is greater than 0, so 2 is greater than 0. Yes, the condition is true. We will come here. B is greater than 0, so 6 is greater than 0. Yes, the condition is true once again. So we need to return this line. So this will be our final output. But as we can see that there are some recursive function call for the changed parameter. So first we need to solve this for those. Right. So I'm writing the output here so that we will not get in the confusion. A plus b, that means 2 plus 6. Now there will be some function call for a plus 1, that means 2 plus 1 will become 3 comma 0, plus again there is a function call for a plus 2 comma 0. So 2 plus 2 will become 4 comma 0, plus function call a plus 3, that means 2 plus 3 will be 5 comma 0. All right, so it will become 8 directly. I'm writing here 6 plus 2 will become 8 directly. Now let's check for this function call. So this function will be called, so a value is 3 now, b value is 0. Okay, let's go here again. So it will be checking for if a is greater than 0. So 3 is greater than 0. Yes, the condition is true. We will come here and it will check if b is greater than 0. So b value is 0 only. So 0 is greater than 0. This time the condition is false. So if it is false, we will directly out of this if part and directly return a plus b. So this function will return a plus b, that means 3 plus 0 will be 3. So 3 will be returned, so this 3 will be added to this. Now let's come here onto this function call. So A value is 4 and B value is 0, right? So same thing will happen. It will check if 4 is greater than 0. Yes, it is. So we will come here in this if part. So it will again check if B is greater than 0. So B was 0, 0 is greater than 0. Once again, the condition is false only. Same thing will happen and it will return A plus B. That means 4 plus 0, that means 4. So 4 will be returned. So it will be returned here. Same thing for this. So as we are seeing in these two functions that if b value is 0, so the answer will be a plus b. So again here b value is 0, so the answer will be 5 plus 0, that means 5. So 5 will be added. So let's sum it all. So 8 plus 4 will 12. 12 plus 3 will be 15. 15 plus 5 will be 20 and 20 will be the correct answer for this particular question. I hope it is clear to you. All right. So yeah, that's all for today from my side. I hope all the questions are clear to you, but still you have doubts, you can ask me in the comment section or on the Instagram or on the Telegram. And if you want to purchase that Accenture Cracker pack, you can message me on either Instagram or Telegram. The price is just 100 rupees and the content I have shown that this much of content we will be having. You can see here. All right, so let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.